Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So as promised, for our second video this week, we are going to be using the Faber-Castell, let me get the box for you, Black Edition pencils, which I did a swatch and we reviewed, and we did a colouring page with them. I can't think what page we did with them, but we did. So I've tested the last lot of pencils on better paper, and I want to give these a test on better paper. And as you'll know, if you've been following the channel, that I'm currently abroad at my son's wedding, but I wanted to get you a video out. So it's actually the night before we fly, I'm filming this, but you'll see it while I'm away. And I thought, well, what better to test them in summer, my summer walk by the wonderful, incredible Rita Berman. So it's a very simple page because obviously I would have put 2 videos out this week testing the different pencils, and I didn't want to neglect you while I was away, but I think it will show just how awesome these pencils are. So I've just picked this beautiful little dragonfly page. I hope you haven't done it before. If you have, it's repeated in her other book, in this compilation book, which Rita kindly sent to me, bless her heart. It's repeated in here. There's loads of her best pages in here that you can recreate, and it's in there. So if you, there it is. So you can redo it. It's got all the seasons in there, all the my walkthrough seasons. So just plop that back. Okay. This is going to be really, really simple and easy to follow, so I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I am. So let me bring you, oh, this stupid tripod. Let me bring you, it's going to mess us about, isn't it? Right, I've brought you in. As you can hear, the antibiotics have done their job perfectly. So we're going to do the body, and I've got stickles somewhere, I can feel them. Yeah, I've got a whole page full of stickly goodness, look. So I'm going to get a wad of paper. Hang on, bear with me. I'm just going to get a wad of copy paper and put it behind just to cushion that so that the stickles aren't posing a problem. Okay, so I've got 3 pencils for the body. We're going to do a combo of this blue, green and pink, and it looks beautiful. So I've got 739. I will put the numbers on the screen. 777 and 710. So what we're going to do is go in with our 739, which is our darkest. And I'm going to avoid all these little swirls and bumps for the minute. And we're going to come down this side with our darkest, this beautiful sort of grey turquoise colour. It's gorgeous. And we're going to fill up this side. And then with the other pencils, we will be able to change the tone of this. It's very clever. And it'll go into a sort of a bluey, green, turquoisey. Oh, it's just deliciousness. So I am going to go over that little swirl in this instance, bring that blue out. Okay. They work like butter on this paper. Honestly, they do. Right, so 777, we're going to backtrack and go over that. And we're going to bring it up into that little section there. And we're just going to leave a little gap for our next colour. I'm going to go over the dots because I'm going to use Posca to go over those. So I'm not going to be overly concerned about it. So I'm thinking that I might release this one. It will be the Friday of the week that I'm away. And then we'll be home the next day. And then I can get back to filming on a normal basis. And we've got so many budget pencils to add to this budget pencil series that we're doing. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's lovely to test to see how they work on the Amazon paper, but then to get out some of our more nicer books and paper it's just been a pleasure. I mean, I've been lucky because the pencils that we've got so far have just worked like a dream. So 710, this one. I did find another set of pencils that were $19.99. I haven't purchased them obviously because of going away, but I've popped them on my wish list if you're interested. And I might try them. Excuse me, I'm just going to fill that up with our initial colour there. I might try them when I get back. I can't remember what they're called. Wrong colour. Let me just get a sip of drink. Occasionally, excuse me. Occasionally, I still get the coughs because it's not completely gone, as you can hear. So I'm just using this beautiful 710, and it's a yellowy green, and it just changes the whole tone. But I hope you can see, just by doing this little bit, just how beautiful and buttery they are. Now, they're much softer than the Amazon pencils. Much softer, I would say, in my opinion, than Black Widows. And work incredible, both on, well, I've done Amazon paper, haven't I? And work beautifully on this paper too. Right, let's get the next combo, which is our beautiful pinks. And we've got 717, 769, and 790. So I'm going to take the 717, our darkest, and just in the corners, I'm going to plop that in. Just enough. Then we're going to go in with our middle colour, 769. Like that. And then our lightest colour. And just blend that through. I might actually, let's just see how pencil works over pencil. Let's put this dark pink on there. Okay, yeah. I think I'll go in with Posca. So that's all we're going to do all the way down there on these little, I don't know, swirls, this pattern. There we go. Just blend that through. Okay. So that's how we're going to do his little body. Right, let's have a look at one of these beautiful wings. Or should we have a look at this bit of the body first? Okay. So we're going to use just the same colours. It's the same combo. And then round the outside, we're going to use blues, soft blues. So let's look at the body. So I'm going to take our darkest one, which is 739. And we're going to start at the top here. And we're going to get, like, we might add a little bit more blue. And I'm going to put that at the top. And I'm also going to come down and put it here. Now, if I've got this video correct, my window's open and the traffic is horrendous tonight. I don't know what's going on, but it's really noisy out there. But I brought a bit of software to help me edit and put like the words on the screen and stuff like that. And it's got noise cancelling on it. So if it's worked, you shouldn't be able to hear that traffic noise so much. I'm really hoping it works because it drives me mad when I listen back to my videos. So sorry, 777. And we're going to bring that down to meet. Backtracking a bit because it changes that tone. Okay. And then we're going in with that beautiful yellowy green 710. And we'll blend that through. And then we get this awesome like ombre gradient effect. So I'm just going to go back in with that middle tone and just soften that. I don't want that really hideous line there. Let's get rid of that. Aren't they beautiful? Gorgeous, gorgeous colours. Then I'm going to go in with, in these spaces here, I'm going to go in with our 777 around there, and in there, and here, and here, and just run this bottom bit. And then our yellowy green, our 710, and just put that in there. There we go. And then this bit we're doing in our pinks. So 717. I'm going to try and avoid the little bump because I'm going to put the different colour in that little, on that little spot there. Okay, fade that out. I'm going to take up that whole section, so I'm just fading that off. Then our middle pink, which is the most beautiful pink. Okay, and then at the bottom, our palest pink. And we'll go back in. Deepen that little bit up. Some more colour in there. I hope you like that, the blue and bluey greens with this pink. I thought it was like really sort of stood out, and I wanted him to stand out. There, isn't that pretty? Okay, we're going to do the same here. So we're going to put our dark, like rose pink in there. Try and avoid our little spot. Make sure we've got enough of that. And then our medium one. And then at the tip, our pale pink. Aren't they beautiful pinks? Isn't that gorgeous? Whoop. No! Oh, hate it, dropping pencils. It's not good for them. There we go. All right. And then I'll do the same at the bottom. And then these bits, we're going to take our dark colour. Our dark colour there and there. Sorry, I moved my thumb. And then same routine. And I'm just going to leave a tiny, tiny bit for our pale pink. If we can, because there's such small spaces down the bottom here. Okay, and a tiny bit of the pale. And smush those together. And they definitely blend much better on this paper. They have that smushability, folks. There we go. And we might as well finish that little bit, haven't we? It's just silly. Okay. And then I'm going to do a wing with you. And then I'll go and do the wing the other side. There we go. All right. Okay, we've got a wing. Which way shall I put? Let's put it this way. Put it like that. Okay, we're going to go back to our blue-green, same combination. And we're going to take, let me just turn my practice one round. We're going to take 739. And we're going to start here. And we're going to bring that out. And we're going to take that up into the pattern. Okay. Get that nice and deep in there. I might put a little bit of blue over this, but we'll do that later if I'm going to do it. 777. And then the 710. Which I think just lifts the whole thing and smushes and blends those together beautifully. Okay, we're going to keep going. We're going to take our dark colour and we're going to run all the way down here. You can see what's coming, can't you, folks? I think you get the drift. All the way. Soften it off. Then in with our middle tone. And then let's go over with our yellowy green. Gorgeous, gorgeous colour. Look how well they're working. Honestly, I couldn't criticise these pencils. They're beautiful. They are more pricey than the Amazon Basics, but I don't think we're going to find much that isn't really, to be honest. They're so cheap, the Amazon Basic ones, but they really are beautiful, beautiful pencils. What do we think to that, folks? Let's fill that bit in. Isn't that pretty? What a beautiful combination. So then in here, we're going to come in between here and we're going to put that, well, I say dark, our grey-blue colour in there. It's the darkest of our colours. Bring that out. And in here, and start fading it out. Because I think I'm going to come back and put some of the dark blue that I put in around the background. Well, I say dark blue. None of the colours I'm using are dark, but you'll understand when I get there. Okay, let's blend over that and bring that out. Can you see that colour change? How they're beautiful. I know I've said this before on the channel, but if you gave me these and I was blindfolded, obviously they've got a specific shape. They're triangular pencils, so you'd probably know from that. But if you were blindfolded and asked to use them, I would never guess that they were... how many pencils is it? 100, isn't it? 100 set for £50, I think they were. Isn't that beautiful? Let's just help that blend along a little bit. I think that's a gorgeous, gorgeous combination. I love it. I'm very into my tealy, bluey colours. I think they're beautiful. And then put that pop of pink in there. And we've got a winner. Okay, right. So, stop rambling, Lucy. Let's do this wing. So I'm going to come out dark here. Let's come down and then just fade that off a little bit. And we want to keep these swirls free because that's going to be our pinks. And I think I'm probably going to Posca the little flutes around the edge. Make sure I've got that covered, because if you go in like that with your green, it changes the tone of it. So just want to make sure that's all covered. Bring that out enough. Okay, then go in with our mid colour. I'm going to go in with our pale colour. That's what's exciting. I mean, just look how they're layering, and oh, they're just gorgeous. I'm really, really happy with them. So down here, I'm going to go back to our darkest. We're going to put a little bit of dark in that corner and bring that out. And then we're going to go in with our mid. Told you it was going to be easy. And then obviously our beautiful yellowy green. There. A bit more of that mid-tone, I think. There we go. What do you think to that, folks? Isn't that pretty? Okay, now down here, on these like lacy bits, I'm just going to take the two mid-tones at the moment, I think. Let's try that anyway. So our middle green, 777. I'm going to pull that down. And then our beautiful, I love this colour. Our lightest colour. Avoiding our little swirl. Let's see what we think anyway. And then we're going to go round the edge here with our dark turquoise. Then our middle. And then our lightest one. Like that. And up in this little bit here, excuse me, we'll add that dark turquoise. Just in there. Okay. This bit we're going to do the same. We're going to avoid all those swirls. Put the dark turquoise in. Then I'm going to put the middle. And we'll leave out the light bit for that one. So on that side, let's do the same so I will forget otherwise. Oh, excuse me, look. Just get a drink. It just takes over sometimes. Right, we put the dark bit in here, didn't we? And round there. And then our middle one. There we go. Okay. So, project for you. Let's come out and have a look. If my silly tripod will release it. It's got a grip on it. It's got a total... Hang on a minute. Bear with me, folks. It's got... Oh, I hate it when it does this. Okay, stop. Stop. Thank you. I will fix the tripod. It's one of those, like... It's like a hair grip, and it clamps around the camera. And it... Occasionally, like, I think the camera must drop or whatever, and it gets stuck over the zoom button. Anyway, now you know my trials and tribulations. We're going to go off and finish the wings. And, oh no, you can't even finish the wings because I haven't shown you the pink, have I? Oh no. You know what this means, folks? It means I have to play with the tripod again. Oh, God. Right. Stop. Okay, I'll leave it at that, I think. So we're going to take our 3 pinks, starting with our darkest, which is 717. I do apologise, sorry. There's a lot going on in my brain at the moment. We're going to bring that dark in, right down into here. Let's get that really dark. We're going to bring that dark in into here. And up into here. Let's just make sure I've got that rich colour in there. I've got that. Such a pretty colour. And then, as you might have guessed, the middle colour. Let's get that in. So I'm just going over that darker colour. I'm just going to turn you around a bit. I'm bringing that down so I've got enough of it. And then we can transition into that beautiful pale pink. Go, do this one here. There we go. Let's plop our little pale pink one in. Now, this will show you, when I go over it, you will be able to see that, like rose pink, our middle tone pink, change colour. And how they blend. Can you see that? They're just beautiful, absolutely beautiful pencils. I'd still say Artex are softer than this. But these are just very user-friendly. I like the shape of them. I like how they perform. I like the fact that you can use them on darker paper if you wanted to. Right, I'm going to bring that round. Where should we go next? Well, let's put the rose in. Let's bring that rose. I'm calling it rose, but it's our middle tone. Okay, there we go. That makes sense. Yes, I'm not having to press hard. They're not hard work. And they work nicer on this paper, in case you're interested, than Black Widows do. In fact, at the risk of being shouted at, please don't shout at me. I know they don't have the colours that Black Widows do, but I would prefer to colour with these than Black Widows, if that helps. There we are. Spend a little bit of time tidying that up, making sure those blends work. There we are. I like that. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. A bit psychedelic, but it won't. It will tone down when we put the background on. So I'm going to sort this stupid tripod out. I'm going to leave it there, actually, because you're going to end up with a face full of colouring book or just falling off. So I want you to go off and finish both the wings. We're going to leave those out and I'll do those with you, those two pink bits. Yeah, finish both the wings and then we'll come back and meet up. See you in a sec. Okay, folks, I've finished her or his little wings and I've managed to release my zoom button. So we're going to come in and we're going to do these swirls in the same pink colours, which is 717. We're going to come in nice and deep in here. Do the same in here. Just so that we offset from the edge and then we'll get lighter as we come out. I think that's a sensible way to tackle them. Like that. Okay, then middle. So our medium colour. We'll just leave a little dot that we do with our pale colour. There we go, and our pale colour. I tell you, I'm really enjoying the limited colour palette, for one. Don't have to think too hard. And using these pencils on this page. Or on this paper, should I say. So let's do the same the other side. And then we can work out the rest of them. So what did we do? We did it dark around this bit, didn't we? It's hard when you have to reverse the way you've done it. It kind of blows your mind sometimes. Okay. At least I have lots to talk to you about, hopefully, when I get back from my trip to Cyprus. Lots of lovely tales, hopefully, to tell you. God willing, we arrive safely and everything goes well. There we go. All right. A little bit of pale pink in there. And then we want our darkest green, which is 739. And we're just going to put that in those little dots that I didn't fill in. Okay. All right, let's turn this round. So now we've got his head to consider. I think we'll go... Yes, let's do pink in there. So our same pinks. I'm going to come up round there like that. Put pink in there. So we're alternating from the greens. We'll just put the two pinks in there, I think. And then we'll have pinks on this bit. Let me keep doing that so the editing is not so tough on me. With the pinks in there. Getting that little bit. And then we'll put our rose pink in there. Or our middle pink. I'm not using the light one here. Okay, oops. Then we'll have our greens for his head. So if we go in with the dark green first, let's do that. So our 739 at the base, bring that up. Then our 777, you know the drill. And we'll just leave a little circular bit there for our beautiful 710. And then we'll just smush that in. Okay, we're going to alternate here. So I'm going to use the 717 for that bit. So we'll have that as a bright pink. And then we'll use the 739 for the eyes. Like that. Okay, so now we've just got antenna to do. So we're going to do those in the same way. We're going to take 739 and run up a little bit up here. Then our 777, like this. And then our 710, like that. All right, we need to bring a little bit of this colour in here. So I'm swapping between the medium and the light colour, just so it blends in with what we've done up the antenna. Then those bits can be pink. We'll do that this side. Our dark, let's deepen that up a little bit. Our medium. Bring those down as we go, might as well, hadn't I? And then a light one. Okay. Blend that through. Okay. I haven't decided what we'll do the dots yet. Right. Dragonfly is done. Now we're going to do the background bits. I'm going to follow where Rita's put things in. So I'm going to do those in pale blues. Let's come in, I'll show you. So if we focus round, let's do this round this wing here. It's already kind of in place. So I've just got two colours and white. So I've got 720, 793, and I've got white, which is 713. So if we go in with our 720, what I'm going to do is take it out from the wing. So I'm going to avoid those little lacy bits there on the wing. So this is the darkest of our blues. Such a beautiful colour. And you'll think I've gone mental, but it works so well. Okay. So just take this a little bit at a time. And I'm just going to bring that around. And where those stars and dots stop, or flowers and dots stop, that's where we're going to stop with our darkest blue. So now we're going to bring this out. I want enough of it. And I'm going to kind of keep that shape. Try and keep that wing shape with the darker blue. I don't think it matters too much if we don't. You know, we don't keep that perfect shape there, but it would be nice. Okay. And we're just going to soften that off for our next colour. Okay. Bring that out. I'm just trying to give myself the shape and then I'll fill it in. Okay, let's fill that in, make sure I've got enough of that colour. I can always go back over, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of what I'm going to do. Okay, then we're taking the 793 and going over as we always do. we're going to bring that 793 out. So make sure you go over your previous colour. Okay, I'm going to twizzle you around a bit. And this is where we will blend into nothingness. So just get lighter and lighter and lighter until there's nothing left of that blue. And we'll bring it out to cover. I want it to cover all these stars and dots, because we're going to go over those with, if you can use gel pen, water-based markers, whatever you like over the top. I'm going to use my Poscas because I like the fact they've got a nice fine point. Okay, I'm going to start to fade this out. When I've covered up all of those, I mean. So let's fade that out. And that's what I want the white for. I'm just going to help that, this pale blue, just disappear into the page. Just going to get lighter and lighter. And then I'm doing a heavier hand where I want that more intense colour. Alright, so I'm going to take the white and just, you can go over the whole thing if you want, just to help that disappear into the page. Just to help that pale blue disappear off. And it will also act as a very good blender. There we go. Alright, and if we need more, just try to get the blunt end of my pencil, just so I can get that softness. Okay. And it looks so effective when you put the Posca over it. It just looks amazing. There we go. So you just have to spend a bit of time softening that out, going over your dark colour, getting that, the intensity down that you want. Spend a bit of time just blending that through. And then the softening process, that's the bit that's we're going to have to focus on. You're going to have to take a little bit of time to do. So I will go back over those. I'll do it off camera. You don't want to sit here watching me tickle the page for half an hour. Just do this bit with you. And then I'll come back and show you the Posca over it, and it just looks really, really cool. I love how Rita does all these little dots and business on it. It's really good. Okay, keep going. Bring that up there. And if you wanted more intense to change that, you could put a little bit of blue. We might do that. If you wanted more intense colour there, you could. Okay. See what I mean? This is probably going to be the most time-consuming part of the page. I mean, you could use pastels if you wanted to, but because I'm reviewing the pencils thoroughly, I thought only fitting to use them properly. So we'll bring that out a little bit further. And then let's take our white. And we'll run over all of that. It's a very good blender pencil for these pencils, as you can see, and it does work. It is fading that colour out, look. Okay. So, I'm not going to faff anymore on camera. Let me come out. Now I can use my zoom. So, all around here, all around this wing, underneath both antennae, that's where I'm going to do the blue. I mean, you can do more if you want, but I just want to just follow Rita's bits and bobs so that then I can go in with Posca. So, I'm going to go off and do that, and then we'll come back and we'll put the Posca bits in and just make it magical. All right, folks, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I've managed to do my blue, and I'm really pleased with how it came out. I did the little antenna and round the scallops round here in 717, and the little lace bits around this wing. We're just going to finish this wing together. So, and I'm just literally using the brightest of our pinks, the 717. Just checking that was the right number. And then we're going to go in with the Poscas and have a bit of fun round here. But I can tell you, these are the nicest budget, apart from Artex, these are the nicest budget pencils that I've used in Rita's pages. So I've got 3 Poscas. I've got a white, I've got light green, and I've got pink. You could use, like I say, water-based markers, gel pens, whatever you've got to hand that you could use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the light pink and see the little flowers. I hope you can pick up on them. I'm just going to draw in the flowers with the Posca. And the reason I chose Posca is because they've got a nice fine nib to get into these little flowers. So let's do all the little flowers that are floating about. Okay, pink little flowers. Do you know what, that really bugs me? I know it's madness, but when you can still see a bit of black. Okay. Right, for the big dots, I'm going to put the light green in. So these are the bigger dots. It's not such an in-your-face green, so I'm hoping that it will show up. So I'm just going to pick out some of the bigger dots and drop those in. And then for the rest of them, I'm going in with plain old white because it stands out beautifully against that where we've just put that real pale blue. And I think it just looks cool. So I'm just going to go over where Rita's put the dots in. Just having fun. We could actually put some pink in some of those. Because there are, I don't want too much green. So let's put a few more pinks in because that will balance that out. Okay. So that's how I'm going to do those. Let's put a few more. A couple of whites up here. In there. And just fade them out into that. There we go. I don't know, just good fun. Right, now, down here, do you remember on the body, we've got those dots. I did try to fill them in, but because I'd coloured over them, they didn't come up so pink. So I'm going to put my pink Posca in there. There we go. Oh, I think I've fixed my chair. I don't know, I just sort of got angry with it and wrenched at it because it was making so much noise, and it kind of worked. I don't hear any more squeaking. No, maybe I fixed it. Right, so I am going to go off and fill in all round here with the white, the green and the pink, and then we'll come back and have a look together. See you in one sec. Okay, folks, I've finished. So added a few of the white dots following Rita's lines on the wings. And obviously finished off the pink down there. And the white around the wings too. And that's the only thing I did without you on camera. So if I bring you, well, actually, if I just lift it up a little bit closer instead of bringing you in and out. So just the little white dots in the pink there and underneath here. I think it turned out beautifully. I love the colours. It's probably not colours I would have put together before, but I really like the combination. Let me just show you the pencil use. So here they are. Obviously my pale blues took a battering. If I can, let me try and find you one that hasn't been used. Let me see. I think we've pretty much used. Let's take a fluorescent. That's the fluorescent pink that hasn't been used. So these have coloured 2 pages. And that's how much I've sharpened them. Obviously, there's colours that I like more than others, or I use more than others. So they're not wearing down. I mean, I've not sharpened them massively, as you can see, look. So they've done pretty good. I'm really, really impressed. So here's the page. I am going to, I said gold Faber. I'll have a look and see when I get back off holiday what budget pencils I've got, and then have a look at those. There was a set for £20 on Amazon, which look intriguing. I've put them on my wish list, ready to go for when I get home. So I might have a go with those. We'll see what money's left when I get home. But anyway, I hope you've really enjoyed this page. And the next video will be me back at home with lots and lots to chatter about, hopefully, and all good things. So thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and seeing these pencils in use gives you some idea of what they're like to use, and also just to show you that if you're colouring in a book, don't worry about light fastness. You don't need to have expensive pencils. You really don't. And some budget pencils are much better than others, obviously. But we'll have a look at those as we go through our series. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm off to do the finishing touches for my holiday in the morning, and I will see you on my return. Okay, folks, so until we meet again really, really soon, take really good care of yourselves. Night, night.